I'm on the Del Mar College East Campus. On July 8, 2014, the Del Mar College Board of Regents voted to authorize a bond referendum for November 4, 2014. The bond authorized $157 million of capital improvements for the East and West campuses of the college. As you can see, construction is well underway at Del Mar now. I'm Amy Mintz, an Associate Professor of Child Development, Early Childhood at Del Mar College. The Del Mar College Vice President of Facilities Operations and Chief Information Officer, Alfonso, is here. He will give us an update on the status of these construction projects. The Director of Admissions, Gracie Martinez, is also with us. She'll explain admissions and enrollment at Del Mar College. We have a lot of ground to cover over the next half hour. Stay with us. This is Del Mar Now. Our first guest is the Vice President of Facilities Operations and Chief Information Officer at Del Mar College. He's been with the college for over 30 years and holds a bachelor's degree from Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi. Please welcome Alfonso. Hi, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me, Amy.
Okay, so if anyone's peeked around campus lately, they've probably noticed a lot of construction that's happening. Let's get started with the East Campus, because there's some big buildings going up on the East Campus. Tell us about this.
Yeah, in the middle, in the core of the East Campus, you would see a 3-story facility that's being built. It happens to be the largest, biggest, both in size and in funding, project of Del Mar College in its 83-year history.
Wow, that's remarkable.
Yes. And it's composed of 85,000 square feet for general academic and additional 42,000 square feet for music department.
Okay, so is this going to be considered a music building, or would other academics be also taught in that building?
85 for general academics.
Okay.
And there's a lot of shared spaces to leverage the taxpayers' money. So it was a good idea to put synergy within those two disciplines instead of building two facilities. Our programmers from the past have decided to build this massive infrastructure in the core of the campus. And later on, I'll show you, why it's a good advantage for Del Mar College.
Okay, well, we can't wait for that. What's the goal completion date on that building?
We expect the occupancy date to be August of 2019.
Okay, well, that will be around the corner.
Yes.
Exactly, definitely.
Yes.
Well, tell us about what's happening on the West Campus with construction.
Well, the West Campus, as part of the 2014 bond, we have two construction ongoing. One is a 24,000 square foot extension to the Emerging Technology Building.
Okay.
Although it's the smallest of the three projects, to me, this one particular project is a game changer for Del Mar College.
Tell me why.
For the first time in the 83-year history of Del Mar College, the West Campus is going to have its own student support facility.
Oh, that is important.
Right in the middle of the Emerging Technology Facility is the biggest and the best student tutoring and lab support system that this college will ever have. Never had it existed in this scale in the West Campus. So we're really happy that this bond is allowing for that development to happen.
All those career and technical education majors that are on the West Campus, I think, will definitely benefit from that.
They don't have to go to the East Campus when this is built.
All right. Well, we all know about the Southside campus, the buzz that's been going around about that.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the progress on that.
Happy to say that last week, the 23rd, Wednesday, Dr. Escamilla signed a contract with our architect and engineering design team. That very morning, we commenced with a half a day of planning to calendar the next steps.
Okay.
And we are scheduled to go with a project launch next Tuesday with the Board of Regents.
Okay.
On January 12th, we're going to go do a project launch with the Board of Regents.
So what can the Southside Corpus Christi expect on this campus? Is there anything that would benefit the community, resources besides academics?
If you want to look at how the West Campus will be post construction, the East Campus and then the new Southside Campus, you will see the ultimate intent of the Board of Regents and Del Mar administration. The West Campus will now have the facility to house signature programs within West Campus for workforce development, for those careers, health science programs, and continuing education. If you look at where those disciplines are currently, then you will also see the benefit of where they are. They're going to be relieved when they move to the West Campus. On the East Campus, with a 127,000 square new facility being built in the middle of the campus, just imagine the disciplines are going to stay there. Where are they now? Social sciences are currently in the Heritage Hall building. That is going to be demolished. They have to have a home. Yeah. They're going to be in the new General Academic. You know, the music department phase 2, the old music building, that's going to be repurposed at the later part of the bond. They are going to move to the music side phase 2 of the General Academic music building phase 2. The English building was demolished. Where are those faculty now? They're spread all over the East Campus. Now they're going to have a new home, as well as philosophy, as well as speech. The programs, the math programs in the Memorial Classroom, that's going to be repurposed for the future administration building. They must have a home. So if you imagine those disciplines and the students within those disciplines now having one facility in the middle of the campus, so imagine the additional synergy within the programs and the shared resources and efficiency.
Right.
And that will begin.
And you mentioned, you know, these programs, but a lot of these courses are also courses that many students take, even outside of these programs, because these are some core classes. So it sounds like a large population of Del Mar is going to get to benefit from these new facilities.
So the programs that are going to be migrated to, for example, to the Southside campus, natural sciences, technology, engineering, architecture, culinary arts. If you, again, look at where they are right now, architecture is in an old administration building in the West Campus. They can't grow because of where they are. Restaurant management is housed in a 50-year-old facility that probably won't pass city code, you know, very long. And it also cannot grow because of lack of capacity. So the move to the South Campus on the signature programs will not only enhance their programs when they are the South Campus, it will also right size and free up space for the expanding programs in the current locations. So those programs can then be repurposed for the growing programs that would remain in the West Campus and that will remain in the East Campus. So now, in essence, there will be 3 campuses that will house different signature programs.
Right.
It is a win to the community.
Right, and then that will help also to avoid some of this commute back and forth from crazy different, this is your campus, this is where you're dedicated, this is where your learning is going to happen.
Right.
Is there an expected size for the Southside campus?
Yeah, you know, funding, you know, always dictates the size of any facility.
True.
So
we have goals set for the size?
In November 2016, the board went for a referendum and for the funding of a Southside campus Phase 1A, and it got funded for $139 million. So within that 139, 93 million of that will be straight dedicated to construction. The rest in administration, inflation, and contingency. Within that 93 million, as of Wednesday last week, within the programming of the requirements to house all of those disciplines, we're looking at around 240, 245,000 square feet.
Okay.
That is pretty massive.
Yes. Everything's big on the South Side, I feel like.
Everything is big on the South Side, and it's going to be state-of-the-art facility on the South Side.
Well, we're talking about all this construction and building new, but how has Hurricane Harvey affected that? I know that seems like it was a while back ago, but still fresh on the minds of many people, especially as we get to our next hurricane season. Has that hindered construction if we don't have the enrollment numbers for
Very good question. Hurricane Harvey affected Del Mar College in multiple ways, not just on the construction schedule, but also on enrollment registration. Prior to a day and a half prior to Hurricane Harvey hitting South Texas, we were our registration count were up double digit. And on top of that, 98% of that growth, 98% of the students enrolled have paid. After Hurricane Harvey, we were in the negative.
Right.
That's the impact that
That's serious.
People have to care for their well-being as opposed to getting education. On the construction side, as far as this morning, we're still dealing with it. We expected the emerging technology and the workforce development project, we haven't talked about that, for the West Campus to open in January 2019. That's just half a year from now. And those projects were the ones that got heavily affected, primarily because of the stage of construction that they were when hurricane hit. There were delivery issues of materials, now they're looking at brick and the sage glass. So as of this morning, we're still talking about doing everything they can so they can deliver the building to the college in order for us to open by January of 2019.
And hopefully if we build it, they will come, right?
Yes, yes.
Well, let's shift gears a little bit. As Chief Information Officer, we're talking new buildings and we're talking new technology. Tell us a little bit about some of the big advances in technology that Del Mar College has experienced.
At this time, in the realm of technology, there are certain things that must be done, not necessarily to advance how you use things. In today's world, Del Mar College, I'm proud to say, is one of the few that are leading in the state of Texas in posturing or developing a better posture on cybersecurity. That is the biggest challenge any college or university or any citizen faces right now. Del Mar College has a responsibility to protect the private information that's being entrusted of us. And in order to do so, technology is being leveraged, and we will undergo a full-blown training for all staff at the college for awareness. Technology is a solution, but we can only be as strong as our weakest link, and that can be humans.
Right, right.
And we are an educational institution, so we must foster educating our users.
And we're talking technology. It's important for people to be able to use the technology, not have issues with the technology. I know Del Mar College has a great help desk and has recently kind of expanded some of the hours of operation to allow for students to get help, especially when they take these online classes and maybe they're not seeing that person, that facilitator, face to face. So what are some technology issues children or our students can reach out to?
That's a very key question in the umbrella of enhancing student success. We not only have been asked to extend our hours, we have been asked to be there anytime we're needed. So what's that definition? Whenever the library is open, whenever there is a final, whenever there's registration. So what we're going through now, some of my administrators, is we are positioning ourselves to increase our hours, but at the same time, license with a company such as Blackbit Help to provide online support and telephone support when the face-to-face folks are not here.
Right, and that's important.
The critical service requirement during those non-peak hours is, I somehow messed up my account. I cannot get into my coursework. That one simple thing, assistance, can be a fail or a pass if we are there or if we are not there.
Right.
So the last few months, we've experimented and made our staff available during finals, during registration, 24/7. And we realize it makes a big difference. So we're going to institutionalize that.
That's perfect. Well, thanks for sharing this great information with us. And it sounds like it's still more to come with technology. So
yes.
All right.
Technology always given.
Well, thanks for chatting with us today.
Okay.
We're taking a quick break, but when we return, we'll talk with the Director of Admissions at Del Mar College. So stay with us.
Attention Coastal Bend military veterans. If you're thinking about pursuing a college education or resuming your studies and you don't feel like you're college ready, Del Mar College may be able to help. Through a grant from the U.S. Department of Education, we've launched the Veterans Upward Bound program to help veterans just like you navigate the process of going back to school. All services are free to qualifying veterans. For more information, call the Veterans Upward Bound program at 361-698-2643 or go to our Facebook page at Del Mar College Veterans Upward Bound.
Sometimes there's no do-over. Some things you can't rewind. That's when an extra safety step could mean the difference between a close call and a call to 911. Simple steps save lives. Learn more at poolsafely.gov.
What does it take to join a leading workforce training center? Helping new industry meet new demand, where higher education is affordable, no matter the situation. What does it take to go from, how can I afford this, to how can I afford not to? It takes a Viking. Del Mar College. Dreams delivered.
For more information about Del Mar Now, log on to www.delmar.edu/now. If you have questions, comments, or suggestions to help us improve Del Mar Now, send an email to now@delmar.edu.
Our next guest holds an associate's degree from Del Mar College and a bachelor's and master's degree in business administration from the University of Incarnate Word. She started working for the college in 2004. She's director of admissions at Del Mar College. Please welcome back to Del Mar Now, Gracie Martinez. Hi, Gracie. Thanks for being with us today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Okay, so the Student Enrollment Center, it's kind of like the one-stop shop where most students need to go to getting into the college. So tell us a little bit about the services at the Student Enrollment Center.
Okay, well, we have, first of all, we have our outreach. So if you want to do a campus tour, you're welcome to come do that to get some information about Del Mar College. We also have the Office of Admissions there, which if you want to apply to Del Mar College. We also have liberal arts advisors. Those are for individuals that are undeclared, not sure what they want to do, and they want to get started
probably
on
quite
some.
More often than we would think.
Yes, yes. And we also have a lab that we hold open that I have mentors in that we assist students or anybody that wants to apply to do their FAFSA, to do their application, to sign up for TSI testing. So we have individuals that will help people get started.
Okay,
there.
so if they're not sure where to begin, they have a face-to-face connection of someone to talk to while
exactly,
there.
yes.
Okay, that is important. You know, because I'm sure things have changed over the years or decades since Del Mar has been here. So tell us about the admission process. Is it online? Do they need to do it in person?
Well, it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
A lot of it has now turned to online. Okay. You know, they can do their application online. They can submit documents online. We receive electronic transcripts from other schools online, high schools, college, things like that. TSI are downloaded online. So, but you know, if you do want to come in face to face, you know, we're there to help you. If you just don't want to do an online application, which we do have some individuals that don't, then what we do is we have a paper application. Just come on in and we have them bring in those documents individually.
Okay. What's the turnaround time? So if someone wants to do with these applications, when can they expect a notice of like, when can I start registering?
Well, usually when you do the Applied Texas, you know, if you do the Applied Texas today, I don't get the file until say 2 days from now.
Okay.
And
so it's a few day wait, but
there is.
It's
but
quick.
Once I get the file, the admissions staff usually have it done within 24 to 48 hours.
Okay.
So they'll immediately get an email once it's done, and also a letter that we send out for admissions, letting them know what documents that they're missing.
Okay. And once they get into Del Mar College, how do they get started? Is there an orientation that new students must attend, and how often or how long does this last?
Well, over the summer we have 6 orientations that we offer.
Okay.
And those are for new incoming students. Of course, we have a lot of transfer students, transient students that come in, maybe have stopped out, want to come back in. But for our new students that are just fresh out of high school, we have about 6 of them that we offer throughout the summer.
Okay.
And so that's really a nice day for them, because what we do is we offer about 6 or 7 modules. One of them is going to be like a career assessment, what do I want to do? Where do I want to get started? Then they'll meet with their advisors. So if we'll have different sessions in which different departments come in to do the advising. Then what we will also do is do a web DMC. How do I work my web DMC? How do I get my email? How do I use the Canvas? You know, because a lot of instructors use Canvas. Then we also have a session for financial aid, so that students that would need assistance.
Money, we need it.
Exactly. We also have the career assessment. I mentioned the career assessment module. We also do the veterans. Also does a session for those individuals that are probably using their benefits to pay for school. We also have student success. How am I going to get through school successfully, completing my classes? And then the last one we also do is student leadership and campus life.
Okay. So I presume then these are probably in-person orientations.
Yes.
And so I need to register for these, or can I walk in?
Usually you need to register for those. And we also have an online orientation if you are just unable to come in.
Okay.
We do have an online module that students can complete.
Okay.
But they will have to come in for the advising.
Eventually.
Eventually, yes. And so, but they do have that online available for students.
Now, for these new students, if I don't make it to this orientation, what's the is there a hold placed on me? Is there a workaround until I can get to attend maybe the online orientation?
Well, the online is done right away. If you go onto the orientation to sign up and you just know I can't attend any of them because those 6 days just don't work for me, just complete the online right away.
Okay.
That hold will be cleared right away, but the other holds will remain if there's anything else that we're missing. The advising hold will remain
until they meet the face-to-face.
Yes, they need to meet with the advisor or set up an appointment with one.
Okay.
Yes.
And some students also are not familiar with when they enter into college their reading, math, and English assessment score so that we can properly place them an advisor. So tell us a little bit about the Texas Success Initiative Assessment, or the TSI exam. Does everyone need to take this?
Everyone does need to take that. That does not come exempt through other test scores, meaning ACT or SAT.
Okay.
That is a state mandated test now, which is really nice because it's the same for all schools.
Okay.
And so again, it evaluates your reading, your writing, and your math assessment. We want to just measure college readiness. And so the sooner they can get started, the better into their courses.
So do I need to register to take this TSI exam if I need to take it?
Yes, you do. On our TSI, on our testing center webpage, you can actually go into Register Blast and register to sign up for the exam. There's some great tools on there that are available for students. There's an online app that you can actually download to your smartphone or iPad and to practice.
I was going to ask, does this help me study for this test?
It does. There are also some other sites that help.
And those links are provided off the testing webpage? Yes,
they're all free. And we also have the Student Success Center also offers peer tutoring.
Okay.
So students can actually go in there, and I encourage a lot of students to go use that resource to help prepare for their exam before they take it. And again, you can take it as many times as you need to, so it's not a time test. So I really want students to be aware that take as much time as you need. It's not I have to finish it within an hour or 2 hours. This first time you take the TSI, you really need to allot about 3 to 4 hours to take the exam.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yes.
How would a student know if they are exempt from the TSI?
Well, once you've completed the exam, your results pop up right away. And so we will give you a form letting you know this is my levels. It'll save your college rating in reading, writing, and math. And then we download those scores into the system. When you go see your advisor, the advisor will have them. If not, the students will have the information available with them. They can take that in there and it'll all be ready to go.
Okay. And you mentioned that if I take the ACT or SAT and I score well enough or high enough on that, I may not have to take the TSI?
Right. If you come exempt through SAT or ACT, meaning you've met the college readiness requirements, then you don't have to TSI. But say, for example, you really did well in math, but didn't do so well in English on your SAT, we still will require you to take the complete TSI reading, writing, and math, but I'll use that score from the SAT to elevate
higher
you
score.
to, yes.
Yes. Okay. And are there markers where students can look up to see, oh, I'm exempt from the math, but I need to take the reading English?
Yes, we have an assessment level chart that's available on our website, and so that's really good information for students to have.
Okay. Well, you mentioned also the Student Enrollment Center that there are liberal arts majors, because sometimes students come into college and I don't know what I want to study.
Yeah, I don't think I need to know what I want to
So
do.
is that recommended, is to be a liberal arts major until they have a chance to put their foot in the door of other majors, or what would you recommend for students who don't seem to know what pathway to go on?
Well, what I really recommend is students to do, there's 2 modules that we have. We have a Focus 2 assessment module.
Okay.
We also have Choices 360, which is another module through our career assessment, through our career development, excuse me. And those are actually free online modules. You can go on there, answer questions. It'll say, oh, you know what, I'm leaning more towards this degree. My personality fits more to being a teacher, you know, so whatever your assessment gives you a really good idea. It also pairs with the programs that we have of study here at Del Mar College, so that if say, oh, this is the area that I want to attend, here I need to go to the English department, or here I need to go to the science department or the natural science.
Okay, and I can take this at any point. It's online.
Yes, it's all online.
Free.
It's all free. There's information on the web for that, and anybody can take it.
You know, a lot of students at Del Mar College also balance work and family and academics at the same time. Do you have any advice for these students who are thinking about adding one more thing to their plate of balancing academics with family life and work life? What advice would you give our working students?
Working students, I think what it is, it's a matter of what comes priority right now. And I think for schools, very important for a lot of individuals, and not that even if they don't have families, it's just getting through this process in their life. And those that have families, you know, take one class, try it out, see what you think. And if, hey, I can do this one class next semester, take 2.
Right.
You know, and so I think Del Mar has a wide variety of courses online, in the morning, in the evening. So we have a lot of choices for individuals to complete their education.
You mentioned online, and I know that is a booming course of sections that is being offered at Del Mar College to accommodate for our working students or our students who live out in the outer parts of the region who can't or not wanting to commute into Del Mar College. But what about the students like, never taken an online class. I'm not quite sure if this is my best style of learning. Is there a way that they could figure out if they're an online learner prior to enrolling in these classes? Online modules?
There are some online modules. Canvas is a great tool for individuals to go because a lot of instructors already use it, whether you're taking a face-to-face, because they'll list their classes, they list their syllabi, assignments. A lot of assignments are done online. So it really kind of gives you a feel for the online courses. There's some hybrid courses that they meet in class, and then the rest of it's online. And so that's a good option for them until they fully go to completely online.
Right. Tell us real quick where someone can get more information about admissions.
Go to our website and you can click New Students. We have a great new website, and so the modules will tell you whether you're new freshman, if you are a returning student, if you're a transient student, if you're an international student. We have everything listed for each different types of individuals.
That's important to know then. Okay, well, thanks for sharing this information.
Well, thank you for having me.
If you have questions or comments about Del Mar Now, send an email to now@delmar.edu. This is our final show for the season. We hope you have a great summer. I'm Amy Mintz for Del Mar Now, and thanks for watching.